speaking of people who like to misuse and misquote the Bible, and how we got the age of information now, and how you could just choose whatever false belief that you want to follow. And we see millions of these people on TikTok. You know, TikTok has no shortage of these people. But this is what I want to do. I want to play this young lady right here because she made some pretty interesting claims. And I want to see if what she is saying is true or what she is saying is false. Now, look at her name. Her name is I am underscore magic 9. She's a healer mystic. All right. 162,000 followers. 1.6 million with an M. Million likes. All right. She's also an author. She got books on Amazon. Okay. So we're talking about deceiving spirits out here. We ain't talking about a person that only got 40 or 50 views online or nothing like. No. These people are doing numbers on social media. But let's see what she got to say. Fair use.
I came across the direct translation of the Lord's Prayer from Aramaic into English, and I just thought everyone needs to hear this. The Lord's Prayer that most people are familiar with is the translation from Aramaic to Greek to Latin and then into English. But this is the direct translation that archaeologists uncovered on a scroll from 1892. O cosmic birther of all radiance and vibration, soften the ground of our being and carve out within us a space where your presence can abide. Fill us with your creativity so that we may be empowered to bear the fruit of your mission. Let each of our actions bear fruit in accordance to our desire. Endow us with the wisdom to produce and share what each being needs to grow and flourish. Untie the tangled threads of destiny that binds us as we release others from the entanglement of past mistakes. Do not let us be seduced by that which will divert us from our true purpose, but illuminate the opportunities of the present moment. For you are the ground and the fruitful vision, the birth, the power and fulfillment, as all is gathered and made whole once again. And so it is. I came across the direct.
All right, you heard that and you seen that. All right. Just to let y'all know what we dealing with out here. She said that this is the translation from this is the correct translation from Aramaic, not Arabic, Aramaic to English. Okay? Now, this is why I tell y'all, do not take with a grain of salt of what you hear from the internet. Christian or otherwise, especially my Christian brothers and sisters out there. When you hear something, don't dive head first into it. Do not dive head first into this stuff because a lot of times it's false. They may sprinkle a little bit of truth in there, but what I always tell believers, if you know what's in your Bible, you'll already know how to combat false teachings. So I did myself a favor. I said, okay. I said, let me see if there's some validity to that because, to be honest, I've never even heard of this. But I said, well, just because I never heard of it, don't mean that, hey, I can just go ahead and just say, that's fake, that's false. To be honest, I've never seen a debate on this. I've never heard of any scholar or theologian trying to come up with an argument for this to say that this is a problematic topic within the Christian community. So I said, okay, let me go ahead and do a quick Google search. I did all of this in one day. Heard that same video, ended the video, turned around and did a quick Google search. And this is what happens when you do your research. All right. Is Aramaic to English translation of Lord's Prayer on Facebook the quote-unquote correct one? This was last year. This was published last year, August 3rd, 2022. Popular Facebook post claim the Aramaic language scroll discovered by archaeologists in 1892 led to a more accurate and definitive translation of the Lord's Prayer. All right, now this is Snopes.com. This is Snopes.com. Now, let me go ahead and just pause right here. Snopes have done some controversial things. There's been some things that have been true. I'm going to put it to you like this. If something is true, they're going to mark it true. All right? If it's undeniable evidence of something being true, they're going to mark it as true. If it's false, if it's verified to have been false, they're going to mark it as false. Now, I know during like the election and stuff like that, certain political things have come up. Let's just say, for instance, something like Hunter Biden's laptop or something, right? If somebody types in, did Hunter Biden's laptop contain inappropriate pictures of young children or something like that? Now, there may be a lot of sources saying that, yes, it was actually true. This is what he's under investigation for. But Snopes will say that it's unverified evidence or something like that, right? Unverifiable evidence. So that's where a lot of people have the beef, because there have been some things that have been, kind of like verified. But Snopes will be like, well, it's inconclusive or something like that. But again, if something has been verifiably proven false or true, they will mark it as false or true. So let's see what Snopes has to say about this. All right. You already see. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Let me go ahead and add it back to the screen. So you see Snopes, they've already added, they've already said that this is false. Spoiler alert. Archaeologists discovered a scroll in 1892 that led to the discovery of the Lord's Prayer. When properly translated from Aramaic to directly to English, actually begins with the words, "O cosmic birther of all radiance and vibration," end quote. That's what the lady was saying. Hey, thank you, Pastor G. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, Pastor G. And you know what? He also supports the channel monthly with his badge. So let's go ahead and give him a hand clap as well. Thank you, Pastor G, for being a supporter on both ends. And, as you guys come in, go ahead and hit that like button for me, you guys. Go ahead and hit that like button. All right. Let me see. Okay. Yes, go ahead and hit that like button. All right, but yeah, this is from Snopes.com. All right. Where's my cursor at? All right, here we go. Context. A Facebook post paraphrases a translation of the Lord's Prayer by a mystic, author, and scholar, Neil Douglas Coates. Now, I did see this guy because once I did pull up that, Lord's Prayer in Aramaic in 1892, when I typed that into the Google search, this guy's name did come up, right? And I did watch a snippet of his video talking about this. As Douglas Coates wrote in quote-unquote Prayers of the Cosmos, published in 1990, quote, the transcription of Aramaic words into English characters is not meant to be a formal scholarly translation. Uh-oh. All right. Moreover, he told us the idea that there is one true and original or correct translation of the Lord's Prayer doesn't square with reality. In early August 2022, readers asked us via email to look into Facebook posts that made a very striking claim about what is known as the Lord's Prayer in the Christian religion. The post claimed that, quote-unquote, archaeologists uncovered a scroll in 1892 that contained a version of the Lord's Prayer when translated directly from Aramaic to English did not begin with the familiar words, quote, Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name, your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Instead, the post claimed the prayer began with, quote, "O cosmic birther of all radiance and vibration, soften the ground of our," I can't even read this with a straight face. "Soften the ground of our being and carve out a space within us where your presence can abide," end quote. In our initial research, we found that a search of Google Books showed that the, quotes, O Cosmic Birther translation wasn't printed in any literature before the year 2000. All right. Uh-oh. That's beef. All right, the translation doesn't appear in any results for newspaper archives on newspapers.com. The oldest online mention of these exact words that we could find was from the NazareneWay.com, which first archived in 2003. Oh! So now, if this was a scroll that was found back in 1892, how come you don't have no evidence of this, especially that translation, before the year 2000? Roughly 2003. We contacted two people who appeared to be key figures tied to the subject. We will first present the purported Aramaic translation of the Lord's Prayer from the Facebook posts, and then delve into the correspondence. O Cosmic Birther, the full text of the Lord's Prayer post shared on Facebook went like this. I see y'all acting up in the chat. And he said, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I gotta keep y'all entertained a little bit, you know? Yeah, exactly, Chris. That's New Age Christianity. I think that this lady is I think she's just claiming to be a mystic and a New Ager flat out. I don't even think that she's even claiming to be a Christian. This is the Lord's Prayer, translated from Aramaic directly to English, rather from Aramaic to Greek to Latin to English. Oh, wait, okay, hold on. Okay, I'm not going to read that. This is basically what old girl just said in the video. Let me see. Quote, archaeologists uncovered a scroll in 1892. Steve Caruso, MLIS, is a professor in computer science at Raritan Valley Community College. He also worked in the past for more than 15 years as a professional Aramaic translator. We reached out to Caruso about the Facebook post after we found that he had published an article in 2007 about the Old Cosmic Birther translation and other translations of the Lord's Prayer. We first asked him about the mention of archaeologists discovering a scroll in 1892. In his answer, he mentioned the Sinaitic palimpsest, which referred to the discovery in Sinai of an early translation of the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Okay, so I guess this is what the guy said. The scroll from 1892 mentioned is likely a reference to the discovery of the Sinaitic palimpsests, which along the Kuroshan Syriatic is one of the two surviving manuscripts of the Old Syriatic Gospels. The name Old Syriatic is a bit of a misnomer, as both of them are written in early classical Syriatic rather than the Old Syriatic language proper. Regardless, this text type was an interesting find because it represented a precursor to the Peshitta New Testament, which is the standard version of the Bible that exists in classical Syriatic Aramaic. Think of Peshitta as the King James version of the Syriatic speaking church. They still use it to this day. Where Syriatic is a variety of Aramaic, the language of the Old Syriatic manuscripts is too young and physically removed to be Christ's language, and actually has features that we know that Christ's own Galilean Aramaic did not have, including common vocabulary and grammar. I discussed as a number of the problems here in this particular article. Not going to click on that. not right now. And the criticisms there, which reference to the Peshitta, will equally apply to the Sinaitic and Kuroshan manuscripts as well. A further wrinkle in the claims that is somehow a new reading of the Lord's Prayer as it appears in the Old Syriac Gospels is virtually identical to how it appears in the Peshitta New Testament, and the Peshitta New Testament has best been known for about a millennia. Uh-oh. How much more of this? This is a lot. I don't know if I'm gonna read all of this, but y'all kind of get the gist of this. I'm gonna go ahead and put this link in the chat, and y'all can go ahead and read this for yourself. Take a look at this, but I wanted to bring that up because I want people to understand. You know, don't just take what these people say off the internet and just run with it. It's very dangerous, and you may end up looking like a fool. I mean, even me. If y'all hear something that may be off about me, fact check me. Email me. Actually, let me go ahead and put my banner up. I don't even have my banner up right now. Email me at the email below. You know?